Hello everyone and welcome on this Saturday afternoon. If you're just tuning in, welcome. I do these live videos on my Facebook page to help you, if you are in a network marketing business, to help you make more sales, get more customers, and make more money inside of your home-based business so you can go full-time in the home-based business that you love and in the life of your dreams. And so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to share with you 3 weekly planning tips that can help you make sales this coming week inside of your home-based business. And I'm doing this on this Saturday, because this is my weekly planning day. And I want to share with you some tips that I've used to become the top 10 salesperson inside of my entire company in 2015. So in 2015, I went from the bottom of my company to being the top 10 salesperson inside of my entire company, became a rising star in my company, and spoke on stage at 2 of my company events. And I did this by using this weekly planning strategy. So this is the strategy that I did to help me become a top 10 salesperson in my company. So let's get into it. So what I do every Saturday is I set aside time inside of my home-based business to plan for a profitable week. So these are going to be time management, weekly planning tips that bring in profits. I'm all about what can I do to get more results, more profit, more sales, more commissions inside of my business. And it was that focus that allowed me to bring in more sales, right? Go figure. So what I do is every week, I use something called Google Calendar. It's free. It's free. It's our favorite word, free, right? So you can use Google Calendar. If you have a Gmail account, it's tied to your Gmail account. So you can just go to google.com/calendar and you'll be able to use this free calendar to schedule in your time. So what I usually do every Saturday, and I'm going to do this, what I'm sharing with you after I end this live video, is what I do every Saturday is I have a system, right? And this is my 3-step weekly planning for profits system. So what I do is I open up my Google Calendar and I open up a Google Doc. So it's an empty Google Drive document. And what I do is at the top of it, I'll put week of, and then I put the Monday. So this upcoming Monday is, what is upcoming Monday's date? So this Monday will be April 17th. So I'll put in my Google Docs week of Monday, April 17th, 2017. So I always put that upcoming Monday's date in my empty Google document, right? And then what I'll do is I'll create 3 different sections: goals, tasks, and training. Goals, tasks, and training. So goals, what do you put in there? This is the most important section. This is the most important tip I can give you, is to set a measurable outcome, right? A measurable outcome based goals for your week. So not just ambiguous goals like, oh, I want to make more sales this week, or I want to recruit people this week. You want a specific measurable number. So that means set some specific goals. So you can set goals in your business and health, and I'll give you some examples. So in business, set some revenue goals. So how much money do you want to make in commissions this upcoming week? And I want you to figure that out now. So don't just watch this video and just say, oh, okay, I'm just listening. No, pull out a pen and a piece of paper and let's do this. So let's help you invest the time that you're spending in watching this video and get results from this. So I'm really big on people not only just watching and consuming training, but knowing how to implement fast. So if you're the type of person that you always watch, YouTube videos, or you always watch people's Facebook videos, but you're not doing what they're telling you to do as you're doing it, you got to get better at that, because that is how you're losing time and losing sales in your business, because you're so busy consuming and not implementing. So what I want you to do is pull out a pen and piece of paper and write down now, as we're going through this. Treat this like a workshop. How much money do you want to make in sales and commissions this week in your home-based business? And write it down on a piece of paper right now. Because what I'm going to do is help you map out a weekly game plan this week to hit that goal this week inside of your business. So you want to write down how much money do you want to make in commissions this week inside of your home-based business. The next thing is, and this is about being strategic. So most people usually stop there. Those of us who hit the top of our company's leaderboard, those of us who are top salespeople in our company, we didn't just stop there. We didn't just say, okay, well, it'll be nice, to make $500 this week in my business. We had a game plan. We strategized. So for you, how much money do you want to make in commissions this week in your business? And then go backwards, reverse engineer that. Okay, in order for me to make, let's say, for example, you put $500, how many reps would I need to recruit? at the different, fast start packages that my company has, or how many sales of a product do I need to make in order to get that amount in commissions. So if I want to make $500 in commissions, how many sales of what type of product do I need in order to, make that sort of commissions? Or if you're in, let's say, a cosmetic company and you do home parties, how much sales volume do you need to make from your home party in order to get X number of commissions and sales for the week? Okay. Then what you want to do is then go backwards. So if I need, let's say I need to bring in 3 reps in order to, 3 reps at my smallest company's package in order to make $500 this week inside of my business. So I need 3 people. Then what I'll do, go backwards and say, well, how many leads, how many people do I need to get in front of in order to hit that sales goal? So if I need 3 people, how many leads do I need to present in front of to get to have at my home party? Or how many people do I need in front of my business opportunity presentation? How many people do I need in front of, my company video? So maybe your company has like a DVD, a tool that they send out. How many people do I need to get in front of that thing, that presentation, that information in order to get that amount of sales? If you don't know that number, ask your upline. Or if you want to figure that out and you've already brought some people in, look at your numbers from the past numbers of people that you've brought in. It may take you 10 people in order to make 1 sale. So if that's the case, if I need to get my information in front of 10 people in order to make 1 sale, if my goal is to make 3 sales this week, then I would need to get in front of 30 people, right? So again, you want to know these numbers because again, this is how you can set goals and achieve them inside of your business this week. And this is what I was doing every week to become a top 10 salesperson in my company for 6 months straight in 2015. So know the numbers of how many people you need to get in front of. Then how many connections do you need to make in order to get those people in front of the presentation? So let me kind of go backwards here if you get confused. Let's say I need, like I said, 3 sales in order to make $500 this week inside of my business. 3 reps coming in at the lowest package in my company. And let's say that I need 30 people to say, yes, I'll watch and I'll go on to the company's business opportunity call. So I need 30 people to say, yes, I'm going to go on the opportunity call to get out of those 30, get 3 of them to now sign up at the lowest package level. Okay, so I need 30 people to get on the call, to actually show up to the call. Not everybody that you invite will show up. So I need to figure out how many people do I need to ask, hey, would you like to get on the company call or to invite to the company call in order to get 30 to actually show up? I need more than 30. So I need more people, more than 30 to connect with. So you want to have a connections goal or contact goals, or I would say invite goal. Let's just say that, invite goal. How many people you're inviting to your home party, to whatever the sales model is that you're using to sell whatever it is, your business opportunity or your product. How many people do you need to invite to see that? So if it's a webinar, if it's a company call, if it's an online webinar, I teach people how to do online marketing to grow their business. So it may be an online webinar that you're doing. It could be, like I said, a home party. It could be a DVD or video, whatever. How many people do you need to invite to take a look at it? Set that goal. Then set how many people will actually look at it. How many people do you need to actually look at your company's presentation video, your company's opportunity call? How many people do you need in front of that material to show up to now hit your sales goals for the week? You want to know those numbers and have them map out. So I put that under my goals section on my Google Doc for the week. So I know the numbers that I'm aiming to hit this week inside of my business. Also, this is not just about setting goals for business. You are a whole person, right? Like you have other goals probably in mind as well. Maybe you have financial goals, or maybe you have a health goal. So a health goal may be, how much weight do you want to lose this week? You will put that down too under your goals. So I want you to just be clear that this is not just about business, even though I'll be focusing more on that because I know that you're in business, you're in a home-based business, so you want to know business-related things. That's what I talk about on my fan page. But I also want you to know that I was also putting in other goals as well, health goals on my goal sheet, okay? So that is that. what I also want to emphasize here when it comes to goals is make sure that your weekly goals align with your monthly goals. So most people don't set goals, or if they set goals, they're not strategic in knowing the specific numbers like I just shared with you. Just knowing what I just shared with you will help you dramatically increase your effectiveness, increase your likelihood to achieve the goal, and increase your even ability to be able to be a top performer inside of your existing company, because most people don't do this, right? Most people don't do this. Most people don't strategize and have specific numbers that they need to hit. So what I want you to do is also be clear that you want to know what your monthly goal is, so that way you can now reverse engineer it. So a lot of people's like, I want to make $10,000 a month. Okay, that's great. You have a goal. But again, what's the strategy, right? What's the strategy behind the goal? How many people do you need to bring into your business? How many people do you need to duplicate on your team? Like having the specific numbers. So the key is taking a monthly goal and breaking it down into 4 weekly goals. So if your goal for the month is to make $1,000 a month, then you want to say, okay, this is the first week of the month. Let me just use that as an example, even though I know we're going into the 3rd week of April, I believe. You might say, okay, my goal is I got to hit $250 a week. I got to make $250 a week in order to make $1,000 a month. Then now you know this is what I need to do this week. Okay, so make sure that your weekly goals align with what your goals are for the month. Okay, so that's goals. So that's tip number 1, is to establish clear, specific, measurable goals for the week and have a strategy, right? Break it down. Now, tip number 2 is tasks. So what you want to do is align your tasks with your goals. So take a look at your goals and ask yourself, what are the specific things, what are the action steps that I need to take in order to accomplish this goal? So for example, if your goal is to do a home party and to make $500 in commissions for the week from that home party, then you want to set tasks and plan tasks and schedule tasks for that specific goal that you just set. So a task may be, okay, I got to book the home party, got to pick the time and the date and the location. Then I have to order products that I want to have on hand if necessary for my home party. And then I have to schedule time to do invites. All of those tasks needs to be scheduled into your Google Calendar, or if you have a weekly planner, if you're like more of a pen and paper type person, if you want to use like a paper planner, it doesn't matter. The important thing is you just got to schedule it. If it's not in writing, then it is not real. If it's not in writing, then it is not real. Okay? So you want to make sure, take a look at your tasks, write them down, right? So how do you come up with tasks? Again, just to recap, look at your goals and break down each goal to say, what do I need to schedule? What action steps do I need to take in order to accomplish that goal? And then schedule it, book it. Schedule a set date and set time to accomplish those tasks. So for example, I said you can set health goals, right? So let's say my goal for this week is to lose 2 pounds for the week. Then what I would do is I would schedule I got to work out in order to lose weight. I have to eat, so I'll schedule in my workouts. So I'll go into my Google Calendar, schedule out what workouts I'm going to do that week. And then for each day that week, whatever. And then I would also plan out my meals and figure out how many calories do I need to consume in order to lose 2 pounds for the week. And then schedule in my meals for the week on Saturdays. And side note, what I usually do and what I was doing is I would schedule not only, my workouts and stuff and schedule my meals, but I would cook my food on Saturdays for the whole week. Why? What I found was, and write, comment, and let me know if this is you or if you found this in your business. If I don't have my meals mostly done or already prepared during the week, if I don't have that, then during the week when I'm like, dang, I'm hungry, it's time to eat dinner. Man, what am I gonna eat for dinner? I don't know what I got. I don't know what can I cook? And all this time is going by and you're trying to figure out what are you gonna eat. And then you wonder, why don't I have time to build my home-based business? I'm working a job, I got family, I got kids, and then you look up and then the day is gone or you don't have any time because you got to look at how much time am I spending to even just do dinner or even think about dinner or plan for dinner. The way to really reduce that is to prepare in advance. The other benefit of doing that is for planning your meals in advance and preparing your meals in advance is for health reasons. For me, I know if I don't have food already prepared, I'm gonna be really tempted to eat out. to eat fast food. And I started doing that, right? I started eating fast food, and then I'm like, dang, I don't have any energy. I wonder why. Because I'm not eating healthy foods. So make sure that you are spending time, preparing for the week. So that way, during the week, when you have your schedule, when you're like, okay, I'm gonna eat dinner at this time, dinner time isn't, I'm thinking about what I'm eating, I'm preparing, I'm cooking, and all that, because then dinner time becomes like a 2-hour, 3-hour thing when it really could have been 30 minutes. And that's how I was able to get more done during the week when most people didn't, and how I was able to get more sales in my home-based business when other people didn't. Because I was very efficient and effective with the time I had, and I was preparing and planning so that during the week, when it was business time, it was business time. When it was eating time, it was eating time, okay? So that's a huge, huge tip right there that if you implement will give you not only an advantage because you'll have more energy, you'll feel healthier, you'll have more energy to work your business, but then you'll have more time to get stuff done in your home-based business because you're not spending 3, 4, 5 hours doing other things that you could have really reduced down in a shorter period of time. Okay, so I hope that helped you. Also, for task section, don't forget to schedule in or write or think of personal tasks that you have to do. So think about it. What do I have to get done this week? Man, they're like, oh, I gotta go to the bank. I have to make a bank run. Write that down on your task list. Just write down. Do a brainstorm. So on your Google document or on your piece of paper, under task on your paper, just start brainstorming all the things you need to do this week and get done this week. Oh, I got to go to the grocery store and pick up some things. Oh, I got to schedule my workouts. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to get a birthday card for this person, for this family member. Write all those tasks down. Oh, I got to call this and check on this. Just write it down. And then once you're done writing all your tasks down, go and schedule them into your calendar. Okay? So use the paper or your Google Doc on your computer as a brain dump of all your goals. We covered that in the first section. Now we're on tasks. Use that as a brain dump to write all your tasks down and then schedule them in Google Calendar. What I've also found very helpful is if I think of things during the week, like how sometimes like you go in the kitchen and you realize, oh my gosh, I'm out of eggs. I gotta get some eggs this week. I would then in Google Calendar, there's a section where you can have tasks. It's like on the right of your Google Calendar. And what I would do is I would put it in there, or you might even have your paper, like if you're doing it on paper, have your goal sheet for the upcoming week and just put on there, get eggs. So that way when you sit down on Saturday or whatever your day is for weekly planning, you already know like, oh yeah, I did have to get eggs for the week. And you can now schedule that in for that week. So, because during the week you have things that come up, right? You realize, oh, so-and-so's birthday is coming up this week, I get a birthday card, write it down. Right? Write it down in Google Calendar so that way when you do your weekly planning, it's there, or write it down on your piece of paper so it's there so you don't forget. Okay? Because for me, if it's not written down, I'm not going to remember it. It's gone. So I have to document it to keep it in mind. Okay. So that is tip number 2 is schedule tasks that align with your goals. So make sure you take a look at your goals. What action steps do I need to take to make that goal happen this week? Write them down on your task sheet. And then now transfer those tasks and schedule them into your Google Calendar. Final tip number 3. This is the third step of my weekly planning for profits process, my weekly planning for profit system that helped me hit the top of my leaderboard for 6 straight months in my business in 2015. It helped me become a top leader inside of my business. Out of all the other reps in my company, I think at the highest position I got was number 6, a top 6 person inside of my company for most sales. It was this weekly planning session that was one of the main things that helped me get there. Okay, so step number 3. Once you've gotten your goals, once you've gotten your tasks, the last thing you need to do is training. So what you want to do on your Google document or on your piece of paper, put training and underline it. And now this is the section for training. What is this section all about? You want your training that you watch, that you consume, that you learn to align with your goals and tasks. Okay, this is huge. Okay, here's the thing. The mistake that most people make is that they overload themselves with too much training. So the solution is, if you feel like, okay, well, how do I know if I'm watching too much training because I'm trying to learn everything? Here's the key. 20% of your time you shouldn't spend more than 20% of your time in working your business on training. So if you're spending 10 hours a week building your business, which most home-based business owners are not, like on the real tip, most of them are not. But if you are one of the rare exceptions that are spending like 10 hours a week building your business, like 10 total hours, if I were to look at, and I said, okay, write down everything you're doing in those 10 hours. If I look at it and you're like, and I see, oh, well, I spent 3 hours watching this training. Oh, I spent 4 hours on this training call. Oh, I was on YouTube watching like everybody's videos because I'm looking for tips to grow my business. Okay. If it's more than 2 hours of training for the 10 hours total, you're spending too much time on training. Too much. So 20%, no more than 20% of your time, total hours of working your business for the week should be spent on training. So that is one of the biggest mistakes I see people make in this area of training. The other mistake that people make is they're overloading on training that is just in case training and not just in time training. Write that down. Comment below, put just in case versus just in time so you can make sure that you're following and submitting along. Just in case versus just in time. Just in case training is, well, I just got this email, or I just saw on Facebook this like free training on Instagram. And I've always wanted to kind of learn Instagram, even though I'm not on there yet. I'm kind of doing some Facebook, but let me watch this training just in case I might want to get on Instagram. Okay, time out. If you're doing that, you are spending too much time on training that is not relevant to what you are specifically doing. So if you're doing Facebook and you're watching training or you're following other gurus and experts who teach on Instagram, don't get sidetracked. Focus on the strategy that you are specifically using. Okay? So just in case this is not relevant to where I'm at right now in my business or the stage of business that I'm in or what I should be focusing on right now, but just in case, I'm going to watch it. You're wasting your time. Time is money. Time is sales. And if you're spending a lot of your time watching things that are not relevant to you getting sales this week and accomplishing those goals that you put on your document sheet, like we just covered, that's why you're not making any sales in your business. That's why you're not making the profits that you should be making. So you want to focus on just in case training, just in time training, just in time training. That's the training that you want to focus on. Just in time training. What is that? It is training that is relevant to your goals and tasks for that week. So, let me give you an example. So if you need to get 30 people to your home party to get 3 sales to make $300 in commissions, and you set the goal that I'm going to use Facebook to get 30 people to my home party, then you want to watch training that week that will teach you how to get 30 people to show up to your home party using Facebook. And that's the only training you should be watching that week. That's how I was able to only spend 2 hours a day in my business and become a top 6 salesperson inside of my company, because I was laser focused on what I was watching and the training that I was watching. I was very specific. So when I was doing YouTube videos, because that's how I started with my marketing strategy online, because I didn't want to keep chasing family and friends, I wanted to get in front of really qualified people. I was doing YouTube videos, and that was all I focused on was YouTube and blogging. YouTube videos and blogging. YouTube videos and blogging. And what would happen, other well-meaning, good intentioned people in my company would come to me and say, hey, what are you doing for marketing? And I say, I'm doing videos, I'm doing blogging. Oh, you're not on Facebook? You're not on Instagram? Oh, you need to be on Instagram. You need to be on Facebook. And what I would do is I would put the blinders on, because I knew the people that were successful, the top people in my company, were saying, no, stay focused. Just pick one marketing strategy, 1 to 2, and that's it. So I would listen to these well-meaning people, and I would say, to myself, like, I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to the person that has the results that I want. So I stayed focused on video, marketing, and blogging. And with that, I was able to generate 6 leads a day and start bringing in over 20 new people inside of my business every single month. That's how I hit the top of the company leaderboard in most sales for 6 months straight, because I stayed focused. Because I stayed focused on that one particular marketing strategy, and I stayed focused on who I was listening to. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they're listening to too many people. They're hopping on too many people's videos, getting on too many people's email lists, and they're getting bombarded with all these different trainings and strategies, and they're getting overwhelmed. The thing that kept me straight and kept me focused so that I could hit the top of my company's leaderboard is I didn't pick and listen to everybody. I picked the 1 to 2 marketing strategies online that I was going to focus on mastering, which was video marketing and blogging for me. And that took me straight to the top of my company's leaderboard. So here's the key. Pick your training. What training are you going to be watching this week? Look at your goals, look at your tasks. Is there anything in your task list to accomplish your goals that you don't know how to do? This is a great way to figure out what type of training that you need to watch. Is there anything in your task or your goals list that you need to do that you don't know how to do? Then you need to watch training on that. Okay? I think that's it. So make sure you schedule in your training time. So if you know, I'm going to watch this training on video marketing, or I'm going to watch this training on Facebook marketing, whatever, because it will help me accomplish my tasks and goals for the week. Schedule it. What time and what day and time are you going to watch that? Typically, now notice this in my own planning, is if it's something like if you know you need to learn something before you even implement it to do your tasks and goals for the week, your training should come really early in the week. So for example, if I'm going to carry this example of the home party. If I know that I'm booking a home party for like Thursday this week, and I want to use Facebook to start generating leads for my home party, then I don't know how to do it, but I've just bought training on using Facebook to grow my, to get more people to my home party. I need to watch that training like Monday at the earliest, like at the latest, so that I can watch it, implement it, so that now Thursday comes, I have the people there at the home party. So just make sure, just check yourself and see, do I need to watch this training early in the week, so that way I can learn, implement, and get the result that I want for this upcoming week. So that is it. That is my 3-step weekly planning for profits system that helped me hit the top of my company. And if you implement this, if you actually do this, if you put this into place, into practice this week inside of your home-based business, what I want you to do is comment and let me know below. Yes, Angela. Say, yes, I will do this week. I will do this. Just comment below, say, I will do this. And if you know anyone that this could be helpful to, anyone that's in a home-based business, a network marketer, share this with them. Share this video. Click share and share it. Also, if you've gotten value, like this video. Let me know that you like this kind of content so I can keep giving more of this content to you. So like this video, click thumbs up and like it if you enjoyed it, if it was valuable to you, so that way I can know what type of content to keep doing here to help you grow and go full-time in the home-based business you love and in the life of your dreams. So with that being said, go out, do this weekly planning, and when you get results, so if you do this and implement this in this week in your business, and you get a result, you get more people to your home party and more people in front of your company's presentation than you did before, or you get a sale, you get multiple sales, whatever result you get, come back and let me know, post on this page or inbox me here on my Facebook page, so that way I can feature you and highlight you and promote you and put some exposure on you and your business, so that you can get even more exposure and more results. Because I want to be able to highlight and feature your story if you have gotten any results from this video or any other videos that I've ever done. So with that being said, go out and enjoy your weekend, but make sure you plan for a profitable week so you can live fulfilled and free.